Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also leave a like on the video. Now let's get started.
With our innovative technology, we match a person's face to their belonging. You simply hand over your coat and then type your name.
CoachX. When Derek Pack introduced a ticket-free coat check system on Shark Tank, some of the investors found it too complicated and decided to pass. Mark Cuban wasn't one of them, and he saw a lot of potential in the young founder's idea. He offered him $200,000 for a 1/3 equity stake, and Pack was very close to saying yes, but he decided to walk away after seeking out advice from one of his professors to make sure that he was making the right choice. Turns out his heart was in the right place since CoachX is killing it right now. His company was at the early stages of its development during his Shark Tank stint, but it became the leader of the coach checking industry in the years to come. Pack has landed contracts for huge events including New York Fashion Week, Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, and the Super Bowl. Back in 2015, his company provided a coat checking at 50 locations, including Madison Square Garden and the Lincoln Center. He's doing pretty well for a college kid who turned down Mark Cuban.
We create the most amazing, one-of-a-kind, handcrafted eyewear from the most sustainable woods available.
Paroof Eyewear. When three Idaho brothers pitched their handcraft sunglasses made of wood and other biodegradable materials, some of the sharks felt their vision was worth investing in. Kevin O'Leary and Robert Herjavec were ready to cash out $150,000 for a 25% equity stake at Paroof Eyewear. But the Dane bros weren't budging. They were ready to part ways for 20% for $200,000, but the sharks weren't ready to risk that much. The Dane brothers were a little bit worried after walking away from a six-figure sum, but it was the right choice at the end of the day. Paroof Eyewear apparently didn't need that $150,000 to turn profit because their sales skyrocketed after the three founders got their 5 minutes of Shark Tank fame. Their company has been debt-free ever since, and it reports annual sales of $1.6 million. Hundreds of stores worldwide are selling their products, but the brothers decided that's not enough. They opened their flagship store in the Boys back in 2015 so people could admire their artwork, even if they're not ready to cash out around $100 for a pair of shades.
I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's another green cleaning company. But Econuts are totally different.
Econuts. Mona Weiss and Scott Shields took the stage of Shark Tank hoping that they would get $170,000 for a 15% equity stake in their business, Econuts. But the investors weren't having it. Kevin O'Leary said that he would have to own the whole business if he gave them that kind of money, but Robert Herjavec believed it was more valuable. He offered them that same sum in exchange for 50% of the business, but Mona's rude comments enraged him and he was also out. The founders of the natural detergent company got to hold on to their equity after the show, and orders started coming in. Despite receiving a lot of criticism for both their marketing strategy and the product they were going to sell, licensed shields are doing pretty good these days. Econuts was able to hit the $1 million mark after the general public found out about their eco-friendly substitute for laundry soap thanks to Shark Tank.
Zuva is an African fashion marketplace, so right now we have over 80 vendors in the marketplace from all over the world.
Zuva. When Kalisha Annie Dagu appeared on Shark Tank, she asked for $460,000 in return for a 10% stake in her company. Investors were impressed by her online market space specializing in African fashion, but they weren't ready to cash out as much money as she wanted. The founder was already earning $50,000 a month in revenue, but she needed the sharks to help her with scaling up. It was her dream to build a larger platform so she could start working with even more designers and include new types of products. Kevin O'Leary took the bait and offered her a $460,000 loan at a 12% interest rate in exchange for 10% of Zuva. It seemed like a pretty reasonable proposal, but Kalisha walked out because she wanted to maintain control of her company.
First walked away from $1 million offer from Kevin O'Leary for his foldable guitar company, Voyage Air.
Voyage Air Guitar. When the first season of Shark Tank made it on the air, viewers couldn't even imagine someone who would even be foolish enough to say no to $500,000. They learned nothing is impossible when Jeff Cohen stood in front of the sharks and did just that. Mr. Wonderful offered him $500,000 for a 51% stake in his company, Voyage Air Guitar, but the owner felt that his amazing idea was worth much more. Cohen came out with the patent for the world's first foldable guitar that makes transportation easier than ever. He walked away empty-handed but got a lot of publicity thanks to his amazing pitch. The business kept expanding and Voyage Air Guitar launched in over 200 stores around the US. Shark Tank producers asked Cohen to make a comeback during season 3 and he accepted the invite. He thought O'Leary's offer didn't come with too many strings attached this time around, and they finally sealed the deal. Despite their hefty price tag, Voyage Air Guitar are doing amazing these days, and Cohen claims that they earn millions of dollars every year. That's all the time we have for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.